Hello, I'm going to talk about appropriate resources for the research portion of your country and culture speech. While doing research, you may have been relying on Google searches. However, for this and most college assignments, you should be relying on more credible and reliable sources, which are frequently difficult to locate via a standard Google search. The OCCC Library offers several resources that will ensure you are finding credible information and will make the process easier. However, before we start talking about the library, let's spend a moment on your topic. In most cases, you'll start with a country, then find something specific to talk about. You'll want to be thoughtful in choosing your topic. This isn't the time to recite facts from an encyclopedia. Seek out topics that are new to you information, something you find interesting and think others would enjoy learning about. For this brainstorming step, it's fine to use Google, Wikipedia, social media, or friends. You're just looking for ideas at this point. However, once you have a general idea of what you're going to research, it's important to be flexible. As you begin to look for credible sources, you may find your original idea doesn't work. Let's move on to finding those credible sources. Start at the OCCC Library website, www.occc.edu/library. Before we look at the main resources for this assignment, be aware that the library has a collection of books and ebooks that you may find useful. You may search the library catalog listed under books on the library's homepage. However, for this assignment, items listed under articles and other resources will be preferred over books. Though you can find articles online using Google, you'll have to take time to research each article to ensure that it's credible and appropriate for academic work. Using a library database will make this process easier. On the Articles tab, find the link to the EBSCOhost databases. EBSCOhost is a collection of article databases utilizing magazines, journals, and newspapers from around the world. Once you load the EBSCOhost database, you should first select which databases you want to search. Click on the searching link just above the search boxes to see a list of available databases. Many of the databases are very narrow in scope and focus on specific disciplines that will not be relevant to your topic, such as Medline. For this assignment, the first three databases, Masterfile, Academic Search, and Newspaper Source, will be good resources. All three are broad and cover a wide range of topics. Do not opt for the Select All Databases option, as you'll end up with results that are not relevant. Click Select to start your search. After completing some preliminary research using Google, I have decided to research the country of Bhutan. Via Wikipedia, I discovered that instead of measuring the health of Bhutan using economic measures like GDP or gross domestic product, Bhutan's government measures the happiness of its citizens. This is called the Happiness Index. To find information on this, I'm entering those keywords of Bhutan and happiness on separate lines in the search boxes and then clicking the search box. Brief keywords work best for searching. I have over 700 results. Each of these results is information about an article that appeared in a credible magazine, newspaper, or journal. I'm going to take a look at the pursuit of happiness. I can see a very short description here, but I want to see more information. So I click on the link, which is the title of the article. Here we have basic information about the article. First, the authors. Next, the source field tells us what publication this article appeared in. You're probably familiar with Time magazine, a known credible source. The date listed, 2012, is a little old, but for this topic, it will work. Here are some subject headings or descriptors that tell us what the article is about and are a good place to find additional search terms to try. We have an abstract, which is just a summary of the article. This tells us that the article is about government policies based on increasing average happiness and the gross domestic happiness measure. This confirms that the article is about the topic I started with. If I want to read this article, I'm going to look at the top to see my options for accessing it. Access now means I can view the article here in EBSCOhost. Here's the full text of the article. At the top right are a number of ways to save or send the article. The quotation mark icon will give you a citation for the article in several different styles. If you look at APA, which you'll be using for this class, you'll see the citation. Please double check the citation for accuracy. This cite function is helpful, but not perfect, so double check your citations before you copy and paste them into your document. Now I want to go back to my results list. I'll use the browser's back button. If we scroll down a little bit and look at where did Bhutan's gross national happiness come from, and click Access Options, you'll see there isn't a link to the full text, but rather a link that says request this via interlibrary loan. There are some titles where we do not have a license for the full text of the article and have to get a copy of the article from another library. If you fill out the form following this link, we're happy to do this. However, this process on average takes up to 2 business days, sometimes longer. So if you're in a hurry, this may not be a good option for you. If you would like to restrict your results so that you only see items that are available right now with full text, you can look just below the search box at the top and restrict your results to those that are just full text. Let's return to the library's homepage. Another resource that is invaluable to this assignment is the A to Z the World database found on the Other Resources tab. This is a great place to get information that focuses on specific countries. You can select your country from this map or go to the right with a list of countries. I'm going to select Brazil. The Brazil entry has some basic information on this landing page, similar to what you would find in an encyclopedia. The more helpful, interesting information is on the left in these categories. Let's look at the Culture and Society link, then Superstitions and Folklore. This section is an excellent example of information that would be great for a speech. For example, we have an entry for Macumba, which is the practice of spirit worship, something that most people would not be familiar with. Scroll down and there's an entry on the headless mule. If you use information from this database, you can generate an APA citation by using the Cite This document on the left. Returning to the library's homepage, the last resource I want to show you is the Culturegrams database. Select World Edition, and you'll again see you can choose from a map or a list. I'm going to go back and look at Bhutan again. Again, the main page is general information, but there are graphics and MP3 files you can use in your presentation to make it more interesting. On the left side, we see those categories again, where you'll find the more interesting information. If we click on Government, they have an explanation of gross national happiness, which is what we're looking for. To create a citation for this database, scroll back to the top and select APA. If you have other questions or need help from a librarian, contact information can be found on the library's website under Getting Help. Good luck on your speech.